And we're in Act 3 already. I might mention that Fletcher wrote that speech for the jailer's daughter, and it has a lot of imagery that would be normally Shakespeare's way of writing, but that was Fletcher. All right, cornets again. Noise and hallowing of people as they are amazed.
Was still pretending to be a gentleman, or is he?
He's himself, but if he runs into the king or runs into Theseus, then he is.
Change back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Duke hath lost Hippolyta. Each took a several land. This is a solemn rite that own blossoms in May, and the Athenians pay it to the heart of ceremony. O Queen Emilia, fresher than May, sweeter than her gold buttons on the boughs, for all the enameled knacks of the mead or garden. Yea, yes, we challenge too the bank of any nymph. What makes the stream seem flowers? Thou, O jewel of the wood, O of the world, hast likewise blent a place with thy sole presence. In thy rumination that I, poor man, tonight eftsoons
Quickly.
come between and chop some cold thought. Thrice blessed chance to drop on such a mistress, expectation most guiltless aunt. Tell me, O daily fortune, next after Emily my sovereign, how far I may be proud. She takes strong note of me, hath made me near her, and this beauteous morn, promised of all the year, presents me with a brace of horses. 2 such steeds might well be by a pair of kings backed, in a field by their crowns' titles tried. Alas, alas, poor cousin Polomon, poor prisoner, thou so little dreamed upon my fortune that thou think'st myself the happier thing to be so near Emilia. Me thou deemest at Thebes, and therein wretched, although free. But if thou knewest my mistress breathed on me, and that I eared her language, lived in her eye, O cause, what passion would enclose thee?
Traitor kinsman, thou shouldst perceive my passion if these signs of imprisonment were off me, and this hand but owner of a soul. By all oaths in one, I in the justice of my love would make thee a confessed traitor, O thou most perfidious that ever gently looked, the voidst of honor that e'er bore gentle token, falsest cousin that ever blood made kin. Callest thou her thine? I'll prove it in my shackles with these hands, void of appointment that thou liest, and art a very thief in love, a chaffy lord, nor worth the name of villain. Had I a sword, these house clogs away.
Dear cousin Polomon,
Cousin Arcite, give me language such as thou hast shown me feet.
not finding in the circuit of my breast any gross stuff to form me like your blazon, hold me to this gentleness of answer. 'Tis your passion that thus mistakes, the which to you, being enemy, cannot to me be kind. Honor and honesty I cherish and depend on. Howsoe'er you skip them in me, and with them, fair cause, I'll maintain my proceedings. Pray, be pleased to show in generous terms your grief Since that's your question with your equal, who professes to clear his own way with the mind and sword of a true gentleman.
That thou durst, Arcite.
Ah, my cause, you have been well advertised. How much I dare. You have seen me use my sword against the advice of fear. Sure, of another you should not hear me doubted, but your silence should break out, though in the sanctuary.
Sir, I have seen you move in such a place which well might justify your manhood. You are called a good knight and a bold, but the whole week's not fair if any day it rain. Their valiant temper men lose when they incline to treachery, and then they fight like compelled bears, would fly where they're not tied.
Kinsman, you might as well speak this and act it in your glass as to his ear which now disdains you.
Come up to me. Quit me of these cold gyves. Give me a sword. Though it be rusty and the charity of one meal lend me. Come before me then, a good sword in thy hand, and do but say that Emily is thine. I will forgive the trespass thou hast done me. Yea, my life, if then thou carry it, and brave souls in shades that have died manly, which will seek of me some news from earth. They shall get none but this. Thou art brave and noble.
Ah, be content. Again, we take you to your hawthorn house. With counsel of the night, I will be here with wholesome viands. These impediments will I file off. You shall have garments and perfumes to kill the smell of prison. After, when you shall stretch yourself and say, but Arcite, I am in plight, there shall be at your choice both sword and armor.
Oh, you heavens, dares any so noble bear a guilty business? None, but only Arcite. Therefore none but Arcite in this kind is so bold.
Sweet Polomon!
I do embrace you and your offer. For your offer do it I only. Sir, your person without hypocrisy, I may not wish more than my sword's edge on it.
You hear the horns. You hear the horns. Enter your Musi. Lest this march between us be crossed, met. Give me your hand. Farewell. I'll bring you every needful thing. I pray you take comfort and be strong.
Pray, hold your promise, and do the deed with a bent brow. Most certain you love me not. Be rough with me, and pour this oil out of your language. By this air I could for each word give a cough, my stomach not reconciled by reason.
Brent bow I, plainly spoken, yet pardon me hard language. When I spur my horse, I chide him not. Content and anger in me have but one face. Hark, sir, they call, the scattered to the banquet. You must guess I have an office there.
Sir, your attendance cannot please heaven, and I know your office unjustly is achieved.
If a good title, I am persuaded this question, sick between us, by bleeding must be cured. I am a suitor that to your sword you will bequeath this plea, and talk of it no more.
But this one word, you are going now to gaze upon my mistress, for note you, mine she is.
Nay then.
Nay, pray you talk of feeding me to breed me strength. You are going now to look upon a sun that strengthens what it looks on. There you have an advantage over me, but enjoy it till I may enforce my remedy. Farewell.
All right, farewell for the guys, and we'll take a 5 or 10 minute break. I've had too much coffee.
I had this great idea for them, how to administer blowgun.
Yeah, give them all the help.
Yeah, then they wouldn't have to get too close.
Look to the left. Got him.
Little
Are we all
inoculated
match?
robots.
We might just finish before 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Let's find out. All right. Meanwhile, the two guys have parted, and one has gone to get some armor for the two to fight, and up comes a sword fight to beat all sword fights. But meanwhile, the jailer's daughter has decided to go mad. So good luck, Leilani. You have a chance
Oh no! I
to
lost it again. Wait. Where am I?
Scene
Act
2.
three.
Scene
Act
two.
three, scene
Act
two.
3, Scene 2.
Okay, Amelia along with two pictures.
There you go.
There it is. All right. Thank you. But now I lost it. Oh no. Oh no. I'm losing it here. I've lost it. Could somebody take it for now till I find it?
Don't feel bad. It's a story of my life.
I know. I
Yeah.
said between me and Peter, I lost the entire play. Between me and Peter.
Yeah.
He hath
Okay.
mistook the break I meant is gone. After his fancy, 'tis now well nigh morning. No matter, would it were perpetual night and darkness, Lord of world, heart is a wolf. In me hath grief slain fear, but for one thing I care for nothing, and that's Polomon. I reck not if the wolves would draw me. He had this file. What if I hollowed for him? I cannot hollow. If I whooped, what then? If he not answered, I should call a wolf and do him but that service I have heard. Strange howls this live long night. Why may not be they have made prey of him. He has no weapons. He cannot run. The jingling of his gyves might call fall things to listen who have in them a sense to know a man unarmed and can smell where resistance is. I'll set it down. He's torn to pieces. They howled many together, and then they fed on him so much for that people to ring the bell. How I stand I then, all charred when he's gone. No, I lie. My father's to be hanged for his escape. Myself to beg, if I prize life so much as to deny my act. But that I would not. Should I try death by dozens? I'm mobbed. Food took I none these 2 days. Sipped some water. I have not closed my eyes, save when my lids scoured off their brine. Alas, dissolve my life. Let not my sense unsettle, lest I should drown or stab or hang myself. O state of nature, failed together in me, since they thy best prop are warped. So which way now? The best way in the next way to a grave. Each errand step beside his torment. Lo, the moon is down, the crickets chirp, the screech owl calls in the dawn. All offices are done, save what I fail in. But the point is this an end, and that is all.
And the next scene, Arcite has got some groceries and things for Polomon to eat.
I should be near the place. Cousin Polomon.
Arcite?
The same. I have brought you some food and files. Come forth and fear not. There's no Theseus.
nor none so honest, Arcite.
That's no matter. We'll argue that hereafter. Come, take courage. You shall not die thus beastly. Yes, sir, drink. I know you are faint, and then I'll talk further with you.
Arcite, thou mayest now poison me.
Well, I might, but I must fear you first. Sit down, and good now, no more of these vain parleys. Let us not, having our ancient reputation with us, make talk for fools and cowards. To your health, etc.
Do.
Pray sit down then, and let me entreat you by all honesty and honor in you, no mention of this woman. 'Twill disturb us. We shall have time enough.
Well, sir, I'll pledge you.
Drink a good hearty draught, and it breeds good blood, man. Do you not feel it thaw you?
Stay, I'll tell you after a draught or two more.
Spare it not. The Duke has more, cuz. Eat now.
Yes.
I am glad you have so good a stomach.
I'm gladder. I have so good meat to it.
Is not mad lodging here in the wild woods, cousin?
Yes, for them that have wild consciences.
How taste your victuals? Your hunger needs no sauce, I see.
Not much. But if it did, yours is too tart, sweet cousin. What is this?
Venison.
This is a lusty meat.
Uh-huh.
Give me more wine. Here, Arcite, to the wenches we have known in our days. The Lord Steward's daughter, you remember her?
After you, cuz.
She loved a black-haired man.
She did so. Well, sir. Well, sir?
And I have heard some call him Arcite, and
Out with it, Faith.
she met him in an arbor. What did she there, cuz? Play of the virginal?
Something she did, sir.
Made her groan a month for it, or 2, or 3, or 10?
The marshal's sister had her share, too, as I remember, cousin. Else there be tales abroad. You'll pledge her?
Yes.
A pretty brown wench 'tis. There was a time when young men went a-hunting in a wood, and at a broad beach, thereby hangs a tale. Hi-ho!
For Emily, upon my life, fool away with this strange laugh. Say again, that's I was breathed for Emily. Base cousin, darest thou break first?
You are wide.
By heaven and earth, there's nothing in thee honest.
Then I'll leave you. You are a beast now.
As thou makest me, traitor.
Oh, there's all things needful, files and shirts and perfumes. I'll come again 2 hours hence and bring that shall quiet all.
A sword and armor.
Fear me not. You are now too foul. Farewell. Get off your trinkers, and you shall want naught.
Sirrah,
I'll hear no more. Bye.
if he keep touch, he dies for it.
I am very cold, and all the stars are all out too. The little stars and all that look like eaglets. The sun has seen my folly. Polomon! Alas, no, he's in heaven. Where am I now? Yonder's the sea, and there's a ship. How it tumbles! And there's a rock lies watching under water. Now it beats upon it. Now! There's a leak sprung, a sound one. How they cry! Open her before the wind. You'll lose all else. Up with the course or two and tack about, boys. Good night. You're gone, and I'm very hungry. Would I could find a fine frog, and he would tell me news from all parts of the world. And then I would make a carrack of a cockle shell and sail by east and northeast to the king of pygmies, for he tells fortunes rarely. Now my father, 20-1, is trussed up in a trice tomorrow morning. I'll never say a word, for I'll cut my green coat a foot above my knee, and I'll clip my yellow locks an inch below mine eye. Hey, noddy, 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 he'll buy me a white cut for to ride, and I'll go seek him through the world that is so wide. Hey, noddy, 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 oh, for a prick now, like a nightingale, to put my breast against, I shall sleep like a top else.
All right. Let us go to 3-6, skipping 2 scenes. We're going to leave out the schoolmaster this time.
Oh, too bad. He's funny.
He is funny, but he doesn't. Number one, he's Fletcher's, but it's. I think we don't have enough people to do this whole thing there. Anyway, 3-6, Mr. Polomon.
6.
He
Okay,
comes out of the bush again.
Still scrolling. Okay, wait. About this hour, my cousin gave his faith to visit me again, and with him bring 2 swords and 2 good armors. If he fail, he's neither man nor soldier. When he left me, I did not think a week could have restored my lost strength to me. I was grown so low and crestfallen with my wants. I thank thee, Arcite. Thou art yet a fair foe, and I feel myself with this refreshing, able once again to endure danger. To delay it longer would make the world think, when it comes to hearing, that I lay up fatting like a swine to fight and not a soldier. Therefore, this blessed morning shall be the last, and that sword he refuses, if it but hold, I kill him with. 'Tis justice. So love and fortune for me. Aha! Good morrow.
Oh, good morrow, noble kinsman.
I have put you to too much pain, sir.
Ah, that too much, fair cousin. I have but that to honor, and my duty.
Would you were so in all, sir, I could wish you as kind a kinsman as you forced me find a beneficial foe, that my embraces might thank you, not my blows.
I shall think either well done, noble recompense.
Then I shall quit you.
Define me these fair terms, and you show more than a mistress to me. No more anger. Are you as you love anything that's honorable? We were not bred to talk, man. When we are armed and both upon our guards, then let our fury, like a meeting of 2 tides, fly strongly from us. And then to whom the birthright of this beauty truly pertains, without upbraidings, scorns, despisings of our persons, and such poutings, fitted for girls and schoolboys, will be seen, and quickly yours or mine. Will't please your arm, sir? Or if you feel yourself not fitting yet, and furnished with your old strength, I'll stay, cousin, and every day discourse you into health, and as I am spared. Your person I am friends with, and I wish I had not said I loved her, though I had died. But loving such a lady and justifying my love, I must not fly from it.
Arcite, thou art so brave an enemy that no man but thy cousin fit to kill thee. I am well and lusty. Choose your arms.
Choose you, sir.
Wilt thou exceed in all, or dost thou do it to make me spare thee?
If you think so, cousin, you are deceived, for as I am a soldier, I will not spare you.
That's well said.
You'll find it.
Then, as I am an honest man, in love with all the justice of affection, I'll pay thee soundly. This I'll take.
That's mine then. I'll arm you first.
Do. Pray thee, tell me, cousin, where gotst thou this good armor?
Well, 'tis the Duke's, and to say true, I stole it. Do I pinch you?
No,
Is not too heavy?
one a lighter, but I shall make it serve.
I'll buckle it close.
By any means?
You care not for a good grand guard?
No, we'll use no horses. I perceive you would fain be at that fight.
Oh, I am indifferent.
Faith, nor mine. Good cousin, thrust the buckle through far enough.
I warrant you.
I cast now.
Will you fight bare-armed?
We shall be the nimbler.
But use your gauntlets, though. Those are of the least. Prithee, take mine, good cousin.
Thank you, Arcite. How do I look? Am I falling much away?
Faith, very little. Love has used you kindly.
I'll warrant thee, I'll strike home.
Do, and spare not. I'll give you cause, sweet cousin.
Now, to you, sir. Methinks this armor's very like that, Arcite. Thou warst the day the 3 kings fell, but lighter.
That was a very good time. That was a very good one. And that day, I will remember, you outdid me, cousin. I never saw such valor. When you charged upon the left wing of the enemy, I spurred hard to come up, and under me I had a right good horse.
You had indeed a bright bay, I remember.
Yes, but all was vainly labored in me. You outwent me. Nor could my wishes reach you, yet a little I did by imitation.
More by virtue, you are modest cousin.
Well, when I saw you charge first, methought I heard a dreadful clap of thunder break from the troop.
But still before that flew the lightning of your valor. Stay a little. Is not this piece too straight?
No, 'tis well.
I would have nothing hurt thee but my sword. A bruise will be dishonor.
Now I am perfect.
Stand off then.
Well, take my sword. I hold it better.
I thank you. No, keep it. Your life lies on it. Here's one. If it but hold, I ask no more for all my hopes. My cause and honor guard me.
And me, my love. Is there aught else to say?
This only, no more. Thou art mine aunt's son, and that blood we desire to shed is mutual. In me thine, in thee mine. My sword is in my hand, and if thou killest me, the gods and I forgive thee. If there be a place prepared for those that sleep in honor, I wish his weary soul that falls may win it. Fight bravely, cousin. Give me thy noble hand.
Here, Polomon, this hand shall never more come near thee with such friendship.
I commend thee.
If I fall, curse me and say I was a coward, for none but shall dare die in these just trials. Once more, farewell, my cousin.
Farewell, Arcite.
Lo, cousin, lo, our folly has undone us.
Why?
This is the Duke, a hunting, as I told you. If we be found, we are wretched. Oh, retire, your honour's sake, and safely presently unto your bush again, sir. We shall find too many hours to die in, gentle cousin. If you be seen, you perish instantly for breaking prison. And I, if you reveal me for my contempt, then all the world will scorn me, scorn us, and say we had a noble difference, but late disposers of it, but base disposers of it.
No, no, cousin, I will no more be bidden nor put off this great adventure to a second trial. I know your cunning, and I know your cause. He that faints now, shame take him. Put thyself upon thy present guard.
You are not mad?
Or I will make the advantage of this hour mine own, and what to come shall threaten me, I fear less than my fortune. No, weak cousin, I love Amelia, and in that I'll bury thee and all crosses else.
Then come what can come. Thou shalt know, Polomon, I dare as well die as discourse or sleep. Only this fears me, the law will have the honour of our ends. Have at thy life.
Look to thine own well, Arcite.
What ignorant and mad, malicious traitors are you that gainst the tenor of my laws are making battle, thus like knights appointed without my love and officers of arms. By Castor, both shall die.
Hold thy word, Theseus. We are certainly both traitors, both despisers of thee and of thy goodness. I am Polomon that cannot love thee, he that broke thy prison. Think well what that deserves. And this is Arcite. A bolder traitor never trod thy ground, a falser ne'er seemed friend. This is the man who was begged and banished. This is he condemns thee, and what thou darest do, and in this disguise against thine own edict follows thy sister, that fortunate white star, the fair Amelia, whose servant, if there be a right in seeing and first bequeathing of the soul to, justly I am, and which is more, dares think her his. This treachery, like a most trusty lover, I called him now to answer. If thou beest as thou art spoken, great and virtuous, the true decider of all injuries, say, fight again, and thou shalt see me, Theseus, do such a justice thou thyself wilt envy. Then take my life. I'll woo thee to it. Oh, heaven, what more than man is this?
I have sworn.
We seek not thy breath of mercy, Theseus. 'Tis to me a thing as soon as to die as thee to say it, and no more moved. Where this man calls me traitor, let me say thus much. If in love can be treason, in service of so excellent a beauty as I love most, and in that faith will perish, as I have brought my life here to confirm it, and I have served her truest, worthiest, as I dare kill this cousin that denies it. So let me be most traitor, and ye please me, for scorning thy edict. Duke, ask that lady why she is fair, why her eyes command me stay here to love her. And if she say traitor, I am a villain fit to lie unburied.
Thou shalt have pity of us both, O Theseus, if unto neither thou show mercy. Stop as thou art just, thy noble ear against us, as thou art valiant for thy cousin's soul, whose 12 strong labors crown his memory. Let's die together at one instant. Duke, only a little let him fall before me, that I may tell my soul he shall not have her.
I grant your wish. For to say truth, your cousin has 10 times more offended, for I gave him more mercy than you found, sir, your offences being no more than his. None here speak for him, for here ere the sun set, both shall sleep forever.
Alas, the pity, now or never, sister. Speak not to be denied. That face of yours will bear the curses.
In my face, dear sister, I find no anger to him, nor no ruin. The misadventure of their own eyes kill him, yet that I will be woman and have pity. My knees shall grow to the ground, but I'll get mercy. Help me, dear sister, in a deed so virtuous, the powers of all women will be with us. Most royal brother,
Yes.
By a tie of marriage,
by your own spotless honor,
by that faith, that fair hand, and that honest heart you gave me,
by that you would have pity in another, by your own virtues infinite,
by valor, and by all the chaste knights I have ever pleased you.
These are strange conjurings.
Nay then, I'll in too. By all our friendships, sir, by all our dangers, by all you love most, wars and this sweet lady.
by that you would have trembled to deny, a blushing maid, by your own eyes, by strength, in which you swore I went beyond all women, almost all men, and yet I yielded, Theseus.
To crown all this by your most noble soul, which cannot want due mercy, I beg first.
Next, hear my prayers. Last, let me entreat, sir,
For mercy.
mercy, mercy on these princes.
Ye make my fate real. Say I felt compassion in both. How would you place it?
On their lives, but with their banishments.
You are bright, woman, and sister, you have pity, but want the understanding where to use it. And if you desire their lives, invent a way safer than banishment. Can these two live and have the agony of love about them and not kill one another? Every day they'll fight about you, hourly bringing your honor in public question with their swords. And so be wise then, and here forget them. It concerns your credit and my oath equally. I have said they die. Better they fall by the law than one another. Bow not my honor.
Oh, my noble brother, that oath was rashly made, and in your anger your reason will not hold. If such vows stand for express will, all the world must perish. Besides, I have another oath against yours, of more authority. I am sure more love, not made in passion neither, but good heed.
And what is it, sister?
Urge it home, brave lady.
That you would ne'er deny me anything fit for my modest suit and your free granting. I tie you to your word now. If you fall in it, think how you maim your honor. For now I am sent a begging, sir. I am deaf to all but your compassion. How their lives might breathe the ruin of my name. Opinion, shall anything that loves me perish for me? That were cruel wisdom. Do men prune the straight young bows that blush with thousand blossoms, because they may be rotten? O Duke Theseus, the goodly mothers that have grown for these, and all the longing maids that ever loved, if your vows stand, shall curse me in my beauty, and in their funeral songs for these two cousins, despise my cruelty, and cry woe worth me, till I am nothing but the scorn of women. For heaven's sake, save their lives, and banish him.
On what conditions?
Swear 'em nevermore to make me their contention, or to know me. to tread upon thy dukedom and to be, wherever they shall travel, ever strangers to one another.
I'll be cut a pieces before I take this oath. Forget I love her? Oh, you gods, despise me then. Thy banishment I not mislike, so we may fairly carry our swords and cause along, else never trifle but take our lives, Duke. I must love, and will, and for that love must and dare kill this cousin on any peace the earth has.
Will you, Arcite, take these conditions?
He's a villain then. These are men.
No, never, Duke. 'Tis worse to me than begging to take my life so basely. Though I think I shall never enjoy her, yet I'll preserve the honor of affection and die for her. Make death a devil.
What may be done? For now I feel compassion.
Let it not fall again, sir.
Say, Emilia, if one of them were dead, as one must, are you content to take the other as your husband? They cannot both enjoy you. They are princes as goodly as your own eyes and as noble as ever fame yet spoke of. Look upon them, and if you can love in this difference, I give consent. Are you content too, princes?
With all our souls.
Well, he that refuses must die then.
Both of us, any death thou canst invent, Duke. If I fall from that mouth, I fall with favor, and lovers yet unborn shall bless my ashes.
If she refuse me, yet my grave will wed me, and soldiers sing my epitaph.
Make choice then.
I cannot, sir. They are both too excellent. For me, a hair shall never fall of these men.
What will become of them?
This I ordain it, and by mine honor, once again it stands, or both shall die. You shall both to your country, and each within this month, accompanied with 3 fair knights, appear again in this place, in which I'll plant a pyramid, and whither, before us that are here, can force his cousin by fair knightly strength to touch the pillar, he shall enjoy her, and to the other lose his head, and all his friends, nor shall he grudge to fall, nor think he dies with interest in this lady. What, will thee content thee?
Yes, here, cousin Arcite, I am friends again till that hour.
I embrace ye.
Are you content, sister?
Yes, I must, sir, else both miscarry.
Come, shake hands again then, and take heed. As you are gentlemen, the quarrel sleep until the hour prefixed, and hold your course.
We dare not fail thee, Theseus.
Come, I'll give thee now usage like the princes and 2 friends when they return. Who wins, I'll settle here, and who loses, yet I'll weep upon his bier.